Detroit with a joint on my lip. Yon World, what's the deal? It's your boy. You know what I'm saying? It's Juneteenth, right? So I just want to get my thoughts on Juneteenth, man. You know, I ain't know about Juneteenth till about 3 years ago. You know, I live up north. You know, I live in Detroit, and Juneteenth never was really celebrated. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. In my circle of people, never talked about Juneteenth. And it wasn't until I started, you know, researching the history of my people and my culture, and, you know, I learned about Juneteenth and the internet. You know, Instagram really taught me about Juneteenth. Like, I didn't know nothing about that shit 3 years ago. So this my whole view on this Juneteenth shit, bro. It's supposed to be, you know, the day Abraham Lincoln, you know, freed the slaves, the day everybody was free. So this shit is a slave holiday. This is a slave holiday, bro. And I understand, like, people getting paid time off, and some companies not getting paid time off, but I heard, you know, like, my own mama, like, they getting paid time off today. Like, it's like a holiday or some shit. And it's like, why do we keep celebrating slavery, bro? Like, they got this Juneteenth set up like slavery really ended 400 years ago. Like, it really ended on that day or something. Like, Abraham Lincoln really ended slavery. He just ended, you know, slavery on one level. It's like, slavery got so many different levels, and right now it's mainly mental. It's no more chains. It's none of that. It's all psychological and mental now. You know, but what Abraham Lincoln basically did, the Emancipation Proclamation, whatever the fuck that bullshit was, basically what he did was allow, you know, black people not to be owned by white people legally. Like, we can't be legally in the white man house in chains and shackles and shit. You know, that's it. That's all he really did. You know what I'm saying? Slavery was going on back then, and it's still going on. Racism, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And now it's in a legal form in the prisons. You know, that's the new form of slavery. Prison, going to prison. You know, it's just crazy because we think slavery over, but it ain't. It ain't over. Like, go to jail. You get locked up, you basically turning yourself in as a slave. You working for pennies on a dollar. I'm talking about labor. That's why it's private prisons, and that's why private prisons are big business, because of the labor you can get out of people. And discrimination still go on, man. Like, y'all know, y'all remember the civil rights movement, you know, in 1964, man. It was not too long ago, you know what I'm saying, 50 years, about 50 something years ago. I know some of y'all parents is in their 50s, you know what I'm saying? 50 something years ago, it was fucking colored and non-colored water fountains, you know. Little Rock, like, they was doing all this shit. Like, they didn't even want us to go to school with it. They didn't even want black people to go to school with it. You know what I'm saying? Concerts. I swear, what was that movie, man? Was that Ray? Where he did the concert and it was like a colored side and a motherfucking white side? And that's Ray. That's Ray Charles. Like, he lived to the 2000s. He was out here in 2000, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what year he actually passed, but he was out here in the 2000s, Ray Charles, man. So, yeah, it's just crazy to me, man. Like, Juneteenth, like, what is we really celebrating? That's my whole thing. Like, what are we really celebrating, man? I don't think none of this gonna change until we change on a spiritual level. Like, until black people wake up on some Wakanda shit, and we gotta our own system and belief that everybody follow, like all shades, you know, we can't have diversity within our people. You know, it's black people that don't even like black people. You know what I'm saying? There's light-skinned black people that feel like they better than dark-skinned black people. You know, that's racism within our own group. And until we, you know, become a collective on a spiritual level, that's when things gonna change. That's when, you know, we're gonna experience real growth, because we the original people. We got a connection to Mother Earth and the universe better than any other race. And if we harmonize our spirits, bro, the whole world would change. Our whole ecosystem would change. You know what I'm saying? But that's tough. That take a lot of work for us to change collectively on a spiritual level. And I think it's just gonna be an automatic shift. It's not gonna be like nothing that we ever experienced before. You know, just based on my research, the shift is gonna come through light. DNA is gonna be a DNA transformation. Now, I know this probably sounds crazy to people, but the sun give us energy. You know, this was depicted in one of the most civilized civilizations, the ancient Egyptians, you know, the ancient Cometians, you know, of Kemet or Kemet, whatever you want to call it. They depicted the sun rays give you information and light and knowledge. And we're going through global warming and shit, right? So as global warming happens, the sun rays become more powerful and they become filled with more information that affects our DNA, you know? And a lot of people are gonna start waking up. A lot of people gonna have this experience of awakening, and they not gonna really know where it came from. And it's gonna be through light, you know, activating light encoded filaments in your DNA getting activated through the sun. I had a dream about this shit, bro. Like, I had a dream about this shit, and it's crazy. Like, I know a lot of people ain't ready for that, so you know what I'm saying. But that's when things will change, and things are changing, man. Things are changing on a spiritual level. You know, and we gotta know that. We gotta understand that on an invisible level. But as a people, like, voting, none of that shit gonna work. Only thing that's gonna really work for us is being spiritual, and, you know, having a whole new way of, you know, looking at this shit and looking at each other. And we gotta hone in on that power. We gotta be on some magical shit almost, you know. But, you know, people gotta be ready to accept that their thoughts create this reality. You gotta move in the thought, manifest reality. And with that, it comes looking at the universe and nature, you know. All of these man-made words, you know, like people believing in this false idols like the white Jesus and shit, bro. That's why our ancestors left hieroglyphics, man. This shit wasn't in English, you know what I'm saying? They left symbolisms of nature, you know, things that we could look at. The metal netter, man. You know, the per-unks, the walls of text, the first text. Man, you look at the ancient Egyptian wall, it look like a wall of emojis, man. It look like a whole wall of emojis, man. They wasn't speaking English, nigga. It wasn't, his name wasn't Horus, Ra, like, these are English, these is English names to give us, you know, a form of identity of what the fuck that shit was, man. But these were all forces of nature. Our ancestors never worshiped man. Never worshiped man. We use forces of nature, bro. Forces of nature, and we knew that the aspect of God was within us. We the most intelligent creature on earth, the human. The human. The most intelligent creature on earth. A lot of animals have brains, you know what I'm saying? A lot of animals have brains and shit. But we the only species with intellect. We could take our brain, you know what I'm saying, and go out create. Now certain animals and shit, they do have levels of intellect, like a bird. How a bird knows to create a birdhouse. That's intellectual, you know what I'm saying? That's some smart nigga shit. You know, that's called animal instincts. Like, we have animal instincts within us. You know what I'm saying? Just as you get hungry, animals get hungry, and they gotta go out and go eat. You know what I'm saying? Just like you gotta go out, go get some groceries. You gotta go cook. You gotta go eat. You know what I'm saying? We got all that in us, but we the most intelligent species. And we gotta realize this, man. Nah. Yeah, man. It's your boy. It's your boy YON WORLD. So we just gotta realize, man, that, you know, we powerful out here, man. You know, we gotta look at this world. You know, this world is filled with symbols, and we gotta understand the universe through sound, frequency, and vibration, man. We gotta get extremely scientific and spiritual and enlightened on these niggas, bro. Because all that other shit ain't gonna work. I'm letting y'all know that right now. Everything else ain't gonna work. That's the only way out for our people, you know. So yeah, man. But that's how I feel about Juneteenth, man. I feel like it's a slave holiday, man, and you know, people who celebrate it, man, hey, to each his own. I ain't judging nobody, but I ain't about to celebrate that shit. That's just how I feel about it, you know, until we get our just due. They really need to give us our reparations. I feel like that'll clean some of the stain up, man. Like, I'm with the BET founder. I'm with him on that. Like, every African American descendant, you know, every African American descendant in America, 42 million of us, we each need 350,000 apiece, man. You know, we need it. It'll help, you know, our families. Cause I know my shit. My last name for sure came from a slave family. There was a whole book I remember in high school. I read this book, and it was about my fucking plantation. My last name and the people they brought over here from West Africa. Crazy. So yeah, I'm about to run in this store, put on this fucking mask. Crazy out here. We gotta wear masks and shit. 2020. It's a lot going on. But yeah, it's your boy. We gonna keep talking. I got some more shit to talk to y'all about. But I'm gonna post some more. So make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment on this video. I'm about to run in this store real quick. But I'm out. Peace.